Hello.
Another day, another week.
Another week. I think today has been crazy.
Yes. For anyone watching, Devon and I are having the craziest day.
Yeah.
We can't really breathe. Nothing too big has happened, but
just the adrenaline.
Just adrenaline. Things are in the air, and we are having a crazy day.
Yeah,
so
bear with
us.
is in the air.
Bear with us.
So super quick, we went to Rufus this weekend. And can I just say that we did it right?
Yes.
Because everyone on TikTok was like, that shit was crazy.
It was crazy, though.
Dismal, help. And I feel like it was a 10 out of 10.
No, but we had a good experience, but the concert was crazy.
Yeah.
Because it was so unsafe.
Yes.
So many people, no assigned seats.
Panic.
I really had to get aside. And you wanted to go up further into the
because
nosebleeds.
My boyfriend was like, let's go up. And I just was feeling a little turned. So in my head, I was just like, find safety.
That was not safety.
That was not safety.
Yeah,
you looked at me and you're like, I'm scared. I don't want to go up. And then I'm like, if Yasmin's scared, I should be fucking scared because you're never scared.
I'm really good in these situations.
You are great. Intuition.
I wasn't even going to say it's like a conscious, smart decision. I always have intuition of where to go, what to do. I was telling you during the concert how before that, Reese and I went to the Olivia Dean concert.
Yeah.
And they also fucked up with tickets and stuff. And when we got there, we couldn't see anything. We just literally couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
So we went to the box office and Reese was like, I am with a little person.
So funny.
Who can't see.
You're like,
and I'm there
hi.
I can't see. And the woman just gave us wristbands to go to that area. So
that was crazy.
I always have intuition on what to do.
Yeah.
It
all worked out.
Yeah. Speaking of intuition, today's episode.
Dun, dun, dun.
We're going to be asking a bunch of different small questions regarding love that we've received and some that we've kind of made ourselves.
Yeah.
So let's call this a relationship rapid fire. Why not?
Love. I love when we get into our rapid fire.
Yeah. So relationships and love is obviously something we've spoken about at length for every single episode at some point. But I think we can go deeper with maybe giving some advice because I think a lot of these questions are advice driven.
Yeah.
And I will say Devon and I are the blind leading the blind.
Correct.
We do not know what the fuck we are doing with love and relationships. We're on a learning and growing journey, but we can still be vulnerable, still be honest with what we think.
Yeah. And something I really noticed about myself is I'm also really pouty, with love. When I finally get what I want, I'm pouty or something. I'm really trying to work on that.
Because so for me, my ADHD brain thrives with chaos and novelty.
Yeah.
And you just thrive with chaos.
Yeah.
It's not even ADHD. I think you just like chaos.
Yeah. Then when it's all wonderful, I find myself being a little cunty.
Yeah. You're this isn't what I signed up for.
Yeah.
I want stress and chaos and tears.
I know.
And blood.
Yeah. dot.
Okay, let's get into it.
Perfect.
Devon Belter.
Also, it's upside down.
Oh,
it's fine. It's the vibe. Let us vibe out. I just called it out because I knew anyone that watches the visual.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
saying
us.
Today, we cannot do anything today. This is fucking horrendous. Okay. Should couples share everything or is privacy normal?
So, I always felt like privacy was normal and that I don't need to overshare everything. But as someone who has been a victim of their partner hiding a lot, I want to know everything.
Yeah.
And I'm a snooper.
I have snooped.
So I will, if they go out, snoop the drawers, snoop the search history on the computer.
Oh, gosh.
I am reading cards.
With the snooping, I will say, here's my advice to everyone. When you go looking for something, you will find it.
Correct.
No matter how innocent or how bad it is, you will find something that you do not want to see.
Correct.
So I'm actually the opposite of you, where I always thought snooping was normal and I wanted to know everything about my partners. And through this experience of always finding shit that I didn't want to find, I just thought, you know what? Let's just be private motherfuckers and not ever snoop. And then you can't be hurt by something you don't know. So my philosophy is, if you don't want to get hurt, ignorance is bliss.
Agreed. I think I need to lean into the delusion.
Yes.
But yeah, I am such a curiosity killed the cat, and then I always hurt my own feelings.
Yeah, don't. Just, like, what doesn't kill you? No, that's not the saying.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, that's not what I'm trying. No. Is there a saying for, like, what you don't know can't hurt you?
Yes. It's like, isn't it just that? What you know can't hurt you?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I was hoping it would be more philosophical.
Yeah.
So nowadays, I'm with someone who really values privacy, and I we don't share locations. Like, I would never go on her phone. Like, she doesn't go on mine. She doesn't like look at my things. Like, she doesn't go through my things. I don't go through hers. And thankfully, maybe I'm just in like a trusting relationship where like I don't feel the need to like snoop. In the beginning, I did feel that need, and I was really insecure. And maybe it stemmed from like past traumas of having people be dishonest with me or betraying me.
Yeah.
But let's say she was doing something that I don't want to see or would hurt me. I'd rather just not know.
Yeah. Well, I think too, like you said, like when you think of things taken out of context, like if somebody went through my phone right now, like I do get guys that DM me all the time.
Context is important.
Yeah. And it's like, for me, nothing. Like I'm not going to act on it. But I'm sure if my boyfriend went through and saw DMs, he'd be like, why are these guys DMing you?
Yeah.
And then I'd just be like, oh, it's nothing.
Context is super important. And I feel I'm a hypocrite in that sense, because I could easily look at someone messaging my wife and be like, oh, this looks weird. But then if she went on my phone, she could easily make that argument about so many of my texts or people. And I'm like, oh my God, no, this is so innocent. Yes. So I kind of have to get in the mindset of like, I'm a hypocrite, and like it's actually all fine and not what you're reading into it.
Yeah.
Okay. And Devon Belter, how do you know if you're truly compatible long term or just caught up in chemistry?
Ooh.
Bed chem.
How does the song go? And I think we have really good bed chem.
Gosh, I know the Sabrina Carpenter song, but now I can't sing.
So this is what I know. And I will preach this. And I was actually being really hard on a friend the other day who had texted me. She got back with her ex, who's just like horrible. But I have really always gone for chemistry over thoughtfulness and longevity. And for me, when I meet someone within that first hour, I'm either like goo goo gaga or I'm flat.
Yep.
And as a person who is like pretty energized, if somebody makes me feel flat, I used to think, oh, it's nothing. But actually what I've learned, when your adrenaline's spiking and it's super high.
Like today.
Yeah, that's not like a healthy reaction. So I would say how you know is if the person leaves you feeling confused or you have super high highs and really low lows, that's usually more of like a chemistry response. Or if you look at them and you just think they're so hot and you want to have sex with them, but then when they talk, you zone out because there's no like compatibility. I would say what I've learned is that how you find sustainability in a relationship is when it's linear. So maybe there's not like these crazy highs, but there's not crazy lows, and you don't ever feel confused.
Yeah. That's the advice I have given but never taken.
I just decided to take it, this relationship.
So every relationship I've ever had has been a roller coaster of ecstasy and emotions and like super high highs and low lows. I have never dated anyone where it's been a slow burn. It's just been like excitement from the get-go and like just fireworks and butterflies. And what I have learned for me personally, because of my personality and the people I attract, I think that's normal. I think though you can't sustain that for, decades. So like my relationship now, it's definitely calmed down and we're very linear and it's calm and it's, yes, we still have high highs and low lows, but it's pretty solid, like consistent.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where we had to consciously make that decision. We had to make this like stable and not, super precarious. And it wasn't a natural thing. We both had to be like, we need to make this stable as fuck if we're going to survive it.
Yes.
So I don't attract the slow burns.
I just learned something the other day. So my boyfriend and I, we kind of like put all our shit out in the beginning. Any relationship I've ever had, like the first 6 months is like really fun and lovey and
Mm-hmm.
cutesy and nothing really like too below the surface.
Yeah.
And then I feel like it implodes.
Yeah.
Where like with him, we kind of put all our shit out in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like had a lot going on in my life when I met him. So he kind of saw me at like my most raw, where it was really hard for me to be like, hi, like all the time.
You're like,
Yeah, I was like, help.
Yeah.
And so I had like told him, oh, I feel really kind of mad that like our relationship hasn't felt like the honeymoon phase. And he was like, oh, I think of it as the opposite. Like we actually got to know each other and then it's all lovely now because we kind of got all like the bulky
and love
stuff.
grows. So even though like the, you know, euphoric sort of feelings kind of they do die down, the love itself, like love, pure care and pure respect does grow, and that's really lovely to see.
Yeah.
But I like that, and I think you're in a really healthy relationship.
Yeah, it's really
so
healthy.
Don't fuck it up.
We love the health.
Okay.
My mom always says, she's like, come on, girl.
Yeah.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up. Can timing matter more than the person themselves?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. I don't believe that there is the one. Like, I think we have many. I mean, there's 7 billion people on Earth. I think there could be like 3 billion ones for you.
Yeah.
I think people settle down when they are ready to be in a committed relationship.
Yes.
And I think actually it's funny. For men, I always feel that for them it's when they're ready to like have a baby and have a family. And I think women are ready much earlier, you know?
Yes. Men for sure. And that's why I've always thought it was kind of unfair with like female male relationships is I feel like the woman's always on the receiving end of like we want something, but it's only if the man is
Which
ready.
is insane. Yeah.
And like I have a lot of guy friends who will meet a girl and be like, she's great, but I'm just not ready. And they like just keep fumbling the bag with like amazing women because they're not ready. And then they ultimately end up getting engaged to women that are kind of mid. And it's like, well, they are just ready
because
now.
when they were ready, that's the
Yes.
woman in front of them.
Yes.
So you kind of have to hope to God that when you're finally ready, you have the right person in front of you, right?
Correct.
I also think that timing itself is, I mean, there are so many people that I have met in my life and I always ponder, like, what if the timing was different? But then I actually think you grow so much as a person that maybe you wouldn't be attracted to them, or it wouldn't work out because you're such a different person with more time.
Yeah, even like who we were talking about today in your life, I've just been like really thinking about it. And I feel like that's a timing question, you know, like if the timing was different, I don't know.
Be a big age gap.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know with that one. But anyways, next question.
Okay, next.
Oh, I love this one. What's the right way to argue, and do healthy couples fight often or rarely?
I really need to work on my arguing skills.
Yep.
They're
We do.
really
We need to take some
bratty.
classes.
Yeah, I turn really bratty, admittedly. Sorry. I like to get my way. So like for me, when I don't get my way, it's like really hard.
Same.
And I'm not an only child, so I don't know where
So you
I
don't have an
learned that.
excuse. I had to do therapy to learn how to argue and, you know, for conflict resolution, because what would happen to me in all of my relationships thus far is we'd argue and I just break up with them. I'd be like, well, we're done.
No,
this
that's
is done.
literally what I say.
This is done. We're over. I don't want to be in this anymore.
Done.
And they're like, are you breaking up with me? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I literally do that.
You
like,
need to stop.
I know,
We need
it's
to
like a
stop.
little tiny thing, and then I'm like, you know what? This isn't working. Let's
Because it
break
then
up.
makes them feel like they're not in a stable relationship and they
Yes.
need stability just like you need stability.
Yeah.
So I had to go to therapy and be like, I actually don't want to break up with this person. I just want to get through the argument. And sometimes I feel like I just need the end point of the argument to be like, fuck this. So I really had to learn to like stop breaking up with people. And it was so good for me. And I feel like my arguing skills have come a long way. I've learned how to apologize more. I've learned how to listen more. I've learned how to calm down more because I'm a very impulsive, emotional person. Sometimes you just need to think about something before opening your mouth. I will say though, even though I think there's a right way to argue, I think arguing is very healthy. I think it would be weird for you to be with someone that agrees completely with you. Like, are you the same fucking person? Like, that would be
weird.
bizarre. And I think also if you have kids, which I don't, for example, my parents, although it was traumatic having them argue throughout my whole life, I did see conflict resolution, and I did see how they would discuss things and talk about things and find compromise and apologize. I saw so much apologizing, and that was so healthy for me. I don't know where I picked up some of the bad habits, but I did pick them up. But I think arguing is like necessary. Like I don't know who out there doesn't argue. I mean, actually, I do know some people that don't argue.
So I think it was Mel Robbins, but she had done like a little like TikTok or something, and it was talking about just like conflict resolution and how some people like to talk about it in the moment to resolve.
Me.
And then how some people need time to think
My
to
wife.
come back to it. So I used to think that I needed to do it in the moment to resolve it, where now I've realized I need time to think and like gather my thoughts and process, because if I react in the moment, it's super emotion based, where if I can have like an hour to sit and think with my thoughts and be pragmatic, then I can actually speak in a thoughtful way.
Which is why you also need to stop breaking up with them when you're in that state, because it's not what you want. You just want an end to that argument, and you want to assert your power and control over the situation.
Yes.
And you want to leave them like feeling like they need you and they want you. It's fucked up, and I don't know why we do it, but I've had to work on that.
That's something I think we're always constantly growing and always working on ourselves. And like I really worked on being the people pleasing, and so I think like that has gotten a lot better, and that's like my next thing I want to work on. I do think it's really healthy though to have conflict. When I was growing up, I always felt like if there's a conflict, that means it's really bad, and like everything needs to be like so nice all the time and like sunshine and rainbows. And so I really learned that it's super normal to disagree, and correct, if we aren't disagreeing, it's actually creepy, because like I wouldn't want to date myself.
No, at the end of the day, what you're doing is joining a life with someone.
Yeah.
You are meshing your life into someone else's completely different life, background, ways of being. Like, it's actually such an unnatural situation if we think about it.
Yeah.
And you have to compromise a lot, but you also, if it's something you want, you have to really find the middle ground. And what helped me was actually doing couples therapy, because it was so hard for me to just listen to her. I know this sounds ridiculous, but it was better doing it in like a therapy setting with your partner, and you really then see how it affects them. So yeah, that's my advice. Just get a therapist. Next one, is it possible to grow at different speeds without growing apart?
I think you grow apart. I feel like you're constantly growing as two people, and it would be weird if you weren't growing at the same time. But I do think that you can grow apart if you meet someone too early on. Because I feel like right now in my life, I'm very different than I was even when I was like 28 or my late 20s. And I know that I'll continue to grow, but I feel like I've kind of reached my max of growth. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I think you can grow at different speeds, but you just have to be growing in the same direction.
Correct. I love how you said that. Yeah.
I think I think you ultimately need to value the same things that you're trying to reach. So for example, in my relationship, it was, we just want stability, and we actually both wanted it, but we were doing different things to jeopardize that. And we sat down and it's like, well, what do you want from this relationship? Like, what do we want? And we have to grow, and we're not growing at different speeds. I'm out here doing therapy every day. Like, yeah, she's more, like, it doesn't matter if you're growing at different speeds. I think if you love each other, you can wait. But I think you have to be going ultimately the same destination. Yeah. Personally. Deep.
Love.
Deep.
Truth.
This one's a bit more
kinky.
Fun. I can do a kinky one for you, but I'll just go with a fun one.
Okay.
And I have so many opinions on this.
Okay.
Should men, and this is from a heterosexual angle.
Love.
Should men pay on the first date?
Yes.
So this is where we disagree.
I think I always offer. I'm like, should we split?
You're
and
the
I
worst
like go
feminist.
And I like go and like look like I'm gonna grab something from my purse. So in any relationship I've been in, and I've dated really, really wealthy men, I've always like
Well, that's why you're
picked up
expecting them to
dinners,
pay.
but like I will like pick up dinner, I'll buy breakfast, I'll get stuff. Like I've paid for trips, like I've paid for hotels, even though they were making way more money than me and didn't want me to, because like I want to show up equally as a partner. And I totally believe in splitting, but I think for a first date, it's really, really like gentlemanly if the man picks up the bill.
I agree that I think it's gentlemanly. And I think on a first date, he should want to get that bill.
Yeah.
Just from like a chivalry perspective. I don't know though. I think the feminist in me, like, you know, when I dated a guy, it was, you know, if you want to do something, like if you want to assert, you're like, no, I would like to pay. Especially like if you're a girl and you were the one suggested to go out on the date. I think it's fine. Maybe it just comes down to like who initiated the plan, who initiated the date, who like suggested the restaurant. Maybe for me, that's like if I said to a boy in my past life, do you want to go see Lion King and then go for this dinner at this restaurant next door? It's called this. I want to pay because I made the fucking plan, and I don't want to expect him to pay for something like he's just going along. I don't know. I feel like the feminist in me is like,
I like contributing and like picking up the bill once I'm in something, but I think that if a guy asks me out, I want him to pay. And I'll be honest, there was this guy who's so cute. He'd been pursuing me for like 3 fucking years, and I was always seeing someone. So when I got out of my last relationship, he had like slid in the DMs and he's like, how are you? Like, any chance you're single yet? Like, I'd love to take you to dinner. So I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. Because I was like, woo, like finally. So he was like, okay, where do you want to meet? We like make a plan. Like I suggested a few places. He chose the place and the time. We get there. He's like a big guy. He's like an athlete. So he's like ordering up, like eating all this food, wine, like all the things. It was really fun. I go to the bathroom. I come back and it was like bench seating. And he like slides in next to me in the bench, is like kissing me, playing with my hair. So I'm like, oh, what a fun first date. The bill comes and then I like did like the thing where I'm like, oh, do you want to like split? And he was like, yeah. And I was like,
but you suggested that, Devon.
I know, but come on.
I don't know.
So then we split this dinner where I'm like, this man ate 2 pizzas.
Yeah.
Like it just
I get what you're saying.
Ridiculous.
Like, yeah. I understand.
And then I never went on another date with him again. It immediately icked me out. And then when he kissed me goodbye, I gave the cheek.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, nope.
Yeah.
Bye.
I think a lot of women agree with you.
Later.
Maybe I'm just too gay. Like I'm just like, I don't see like these gender roles, you know?
Yeah, I think I just in the beginning want to be like courted a little. The nicer someone is to me, the more it makes me want to do things for them. So then it like makes me want to plan a date and pick up the bill.
Yeah. No, I agree. I get you. I just, maybe because I just haven't really dated many men. Like I just don't know what I expect.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you. Okay. How realistic is it to expect your partner to be your best friend, lover, and life partner all in one?
I remember we talked about this in a previous episode, and it was like a total unlock where I always thought your partner has to be your best friend, your soul sister,
everything,
your lover. Like I thought it needs to all be in one. And I kept having friends get engaged and married and have kids, and I'd look at them and their partners and be like, how are all of these people finding one person that's a do-it-all?
Gonna fulfill everything.
And then I realized
they don't.
Super recently that doesn't exist. And that's why it's like you have friends that you can go to for those things. Other needs.
Yeah, I think the key here is to realize what you need your partner to be. So an example with me, you know, I can get like very philosophical and deep with certain friends, and I think at one point I had this conscious thought of like, do I need my partner to be that person I go to for these like really deep existential like philosophical chats? And I was like, I don't think they need to be that for me. You know, do I need my partner to be the person I am constantly texting about pop culture and, you know, what I'm watching and like social media? And I'm like, I don't think I need that, clearly, because my wife doesn't have social media. So it's like, I don't need her to be like my sort of technology mirror. So I think the key is to realize what you want your partner to be and to be not, you know, or like what you don't need them to be. I think for me, my priority with, being with someone was that they shared the same values. And I know a lot of people are with people that have like different hobbies and things, but actually because of my lifestyle and my like deep passion for travel, I needed someone who could be on my wavelength with moving around and traveling, because that is just going to affect your life so much. So I was like, well, I can't get a friend to go fucking skiing with me in 2 days if like that's what I wanted to do, you know? So I actually was like, okay, I need someone who is willing to live the same lifestyle as me, of like constant up and go, spontaneous, easy to travel with. And I know that sounds really like shallow, but actually if it's a huge thing in your life, like you might have to think of that. And I never thought of these things. I actually thought, I was like, no, I want this person to be, you know, completely the same as me, like the same political views, the same, like all of these things. Obviously political views is important, actually. Like that was a bad example.
I was like,
no, don't worry, my wife is not a Republican like in The Hunting Wives, although that's hot. I think I just had a different idea of like, you know.
Yeah. I guess question for you, when you were saying that, I was thinking, like, have you always dated someone that has like a similar thread line? Like if you looked at, okay, everyone lined up, like would you say there's like one quality that's similar?
And that's how I learned what I need in a partner, through dating people who are so fucking different in terms of, well, both genders, sex, I mean, different political views, different value sets, different ways that they want to live, different like countries they want to live, different everything. And actually that's like through dating different people is what I learned, like what I can outsource to friends and what I want in my relationship. Like what's really important to me. Like for example, some people I know like don't really value sex or physical chemistry, and I'm like, well, you can't do that with your friends. So like, what are you doing with your partner? Like, are you just like watching telly? Like, what are you doing? So I think,
who the heck doesn't value that?
I think for some people, it's not high on their priority list. Like I was on a podcast a while back, the Made It Out podcast, and I said something like, oh, you know, I'm Brazilian, so I have like a really high sex drive. And I know that's not like, and this is the thing, sometimes you say things and people take it so personal to them. Like you can't generalize things anymore, because people are going to be like, I'm not. And it's like, like just breathe. It's not towards you.
Yes.
And someone was like, well, not everyone has a high sex drive. And like, and I'm like, okay, like,
great.
So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's not a priority for some people, sex and physical chemistry. For me, it was like having been with people where they were like perfect in every single way, but ultimately like the sexual chemistry was an issue at some point. I was like, this is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
And it's only through experience that you can figure that shit out. Through dating so many people, through being in a lot of relationships, like you'll see what you need to, what's
like
important
what your
for you.
pillars
and it's
are.
Different for everyone. Like money. For me, having a partner that has money was never an important thing. I've always been confident that like I will make money, whether they have money or not. Like I don't need someone that can provide for me or like give me expensive gifts. Like that wasn't my priority. I was like, I'll just marry someone hot, funny, and loyal. Like, and I'll make the money for us.
Hot, funny, and loyal is like love. Yeah. I just feel like we're both really similar, like where we want to like jump someone's bones.
Yes.
Like I want to look at you and be like,
yeah. That's, I think, like, I know it sounds so silly, but honestly, like loyalty, their passion for travel, and like how much I want to fuck them just is so important to me. It's like I'm like my most top 3 important things. But I think honestly, I think I've always been such a flirt. Like ever since I was a little girl, I always remember just being like, that boy's so cute. So I just could never imagine not having that. Like some people don't. They just want to like
me up, baby.
Last question before we finish this very quick rapid fire on relationships.
This sexy rapid fire.
This is a big one, and I wonder how you're gonna respond to it.
Give it to me.
Can you be in love with more than one person at the same time? Pan in on that.
You know I think I just am giggling because I feel like I don't have a short answer to that. To me, it's not a yes or no. How I'm going to answer that is I think I need closure, as you do. And so I have a very like solution oriented brain, and I've always been that way. I need something to make sense to me, and then I can move on. So I think for me, because sometimes I haven't received closure in relationships and I'm left feeling confused, the confusion never goes away, and it doesn't matter how many years go by.
And it might mask, that confusion is masking itself as like love.
Yes.
You know, and you don't love them. You need closure.
Yeah. So I think because anybody that I didn't have closure with, I did love. So I think for me, my heart still will always be like, just like not fully closed on them. Yeah. But I think you can be in love with someone and be super present with them and know that it's right. But you can still have love for the other people.
Yeah. I think two things can be true at once. I think you can love people in different ways. You know, like you can love your partner as your life partner. And then you can love your soulmate that you never got to be with because of whatever reason. Maybe they died. Like maybe they, you know, it just wasn't right. And I think you have to be really fucking mature and honest to actually admit that. Yeah. That you can have like if my wife said to me, you know, there's someone I love that I don't want to be with them. It's not going to be right. It never was right. I was in love with them. I'll always not be in love with them, but I'll always love them and feel something. Like I have to accept that. Yeah. Like I just don't understand how it's not like we are the only monogamous species. And I think monogamy is obviously a choice, and it's something that you kind of subscribe to because you don't want your partner out. You know, I mean, some people do, but I don't. But I think the feeling itself of cherishing people is uncontrollable. Like, I don't think you can ask someone not to do that. Yeah. I think you can ask them to make a choice and say, you know, let's be in this relationship. We're going to be, you know, monogamous. We're going to be exclusive. And that's what I want. I want to be with you. I want to be your life partner. But I know you can't control what they feel. And I think that's okay. Yeah. I think that's beautiful. I think so many people have so much love to give to people.
And I would rather be honest and have the person that I'm with forever be honest and just like put the cards out on the table. Because I do think it's mature.
Yeah, and also there's a difference of like, let's say you're with someone and they actually like love someone else and want to be with that someone else. I think that's a different situation.
Yeah, it is.
But I think just having really fond feelings for, you know, someone in their past, I think it's like normal. I mean, I have very fond feelings for my exes and love. Like I love them. I mean, it's people that you got to know so deeply. Yeah. Like, I would go to their fucking funeral. Or I'd go to their like, I would go to their wedding. Like, I would want to be part of their life. I want to be their friend. Like,
I'm only laughing because you said funeral. Because, like, sometimes... Not wedding? No, because when you want to, like, really go in on a point, you're like, death. Funeral.
Yeah, I'd be there. I'd sing you a song.
Love.
Like, yeah. But anyways, we will definitely be doing more relationship episodes in the future because people love that shit. And
I want to know what people think too. I like when we get the messages and they're like, oh, that made me think.
I agree. Yeah. Okay. Well,
peace
stay
and
tuned.
Love.
Bye.
Bye.